Cork's hit music station, Red FM, here on Green on Red. That has to be probably one of my favourite all-time All Twins tracks. That is Darkest Ocean and the Boys. They return Leaside as part of this year's Jazz Fest, the October bank holiday weekend in Cork Opera House, Saturday the 27th. Lara and Connor, welcome to Green on Red.
Thank you very much.
It's good to finally have you here in the flesh. We've spoken so many times on the phone. You're all energy, it's all drum beats,
it's all
heavy. It's like, talk to me a little bit about the live show first, because what can we expect to see in the Opera House? Because I've seen you guys in Cypress Avenue, I've seen you in Independence, and it's just the energy. I'm looking at you now, because it's just the energy at your live shows is just something to behold in itself.
Yeah, well, a big thing about this band is just kind of having people feel that kind of being alive, and I mean, Connor gives it off too, and
yeah. I think you kind of, when you're watching Lara, it's like, you feed off his energy in a lot of ways.
For sure, yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm stuck to the mic, so I can't. He shows me up. If I didn't have a mic, because I'm just singing all the time, and I'm trying to dance, and then like Lara's kicking off. Yeah,
you're going from one side of the stage to the next.
Yeah.
But is that something that you kind of pre-rehearsed? I mean, before you go to stage, do you look to do that, or is it more of an organic process?
Oh, it's organic, because like in jamming,
if that was pre-rehearsed, dude, that would be some sad shit.
That'd be a weird practice.
Maybe when I was a kid, I had a bit of like rocking out, but no, it's definitely just kind of. It kind of feels being alive. A lot of the time.
It's really a way to just let loose, get your art form out there in its purest form. I mean, watching you guys on the stage, it matches the music perfectly. That energy, it's incredible. So we can, like, because the Opera House is, it's like a different style of venue to what you guys maybe be used to.
For sure,
definitely. Yeah.
So does that affect your preparation then for the gig?
I think it will a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we know it's kind of, all right, how do we kind of translate this a bit better? But we've got new tracks, and so we're feeling.
Did you have road tested some of them? Like like you've become very familiar with Cork audiences in the last kind of couple of years. Yeah. So being a different venue, you have road tested a lot of the new music. So you mentioned there that you're going to play a lot more new singles as well, because you are, of course, working very close to releasing the new album. Yeah. Which you've done a lot of work on with James Vincent McMorrow. He
produced the full record, yeah.
He produced the full record, and when I last chatted to you guys, I asked about recording with him and how that process went. And just a few days ago, a certain tweet that we're all in for a treat, James himself said this is going to be some incredible record. Yeah. That's high praise indeed.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's lying, though. I'm only joking.
He's got to say that.
He's telling the truth.
But talk to me a little bit about the recording process, especially with the likes of James. I mean, we've seen him produce some incredible albums. I mean, We Move, I'm a massive fan of that album. Like, that process must have been something completely different for you guys to take on an artist like James and work and collaborate with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even if you compare it to the first record, we worked with, about 4 or 5 different producers. Because we kind of did the first record over the period of like a year and a half, kind of going to different studios and doing, lumps of 2 or 3 songs. So even just to be, like this album was me, James, and Lara in a room in the National Concert Hall in Dublin, just in a room off in the top kind of attic area. And it was the 3 of us from January on just staring at each other.
It was definitely a bit of a like mad cabin in the woods, can't escape this kind of feeling. But
lock yourselves away from civilization kind of buzz.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, January is a pretty depressing month, so it kind of makes sense to just be like, let's make a record. And
a good time to make a record alone.
I think
in a room in January.
Again, it's just like, we need to plan something for next January, man, because it was such a good start.
We joked to James only about a week ago that we'd do another album.
Yeah, already.
We all kind of laughed and went, maybe.
Maybe we all meet up again in January, same thing again. But was the process very different to the first album?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, so it all kicked off with Hell of a Party. So that was November 2017. Basically, James called us up and he was like, do you want to, because we had released a song with him alone together, that summer. And he was kind of like, do you want to beat this? And we're like, yeah, let's do it. So we went into the concert hall for like 2 days, and Hell of a Party was the tune that came out, and it was pretty much as you hear it now. And then we were just kind of like, if we could do that in 2 days, why don't we just do an album? So James was like, let's start in January.
And do you hear yourselves when you're recording? Do you hear your sound maturing from the first record?
Oh, totally, yeah. Like, definitely listening to this record, I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
It makes sense.
You see you see the evolutionary process happening.
Oh, completely, yeah.
Like
Doesn't sound
wizened.
like the first record at all, I
Yeah.
don't think.
Like old oak trees by now.
Do you find an added pressure to the second album? Because, of course, the first album got the nomination for the Choice Music Prize.
Yeah.
Is it a big weight on the shoulders?
No, I know a lot of people, like, you always see interviews just like, oh, the second album, dude. But
Yeah.
second album for me, I'm going to say, was way easier than the first one.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
pressure-wise, yeah.
I
Only
suppose the
pressure-
debut album comes with a totally different type of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one was just more pressure on me and Connor to just be like, we have to do better than the first.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
But it wasn't even in my brain. I was just like, we just have to make good music, and I think a little bit of pressure was working with James, and his standard is so high.
Yeah.
And like we had a load of demos. God, we must have had about like 50 kind of demos of songs. They
Yeah.
weren't fully finished and all, and we were showing him them in January, and me and Lara went through them. And then he was just kind of listening through them, and we'd come in the next day and talk about maybe some of the good ideas, and out of them we got about 5 ideas, small stripped back things, and then we worked from the ground up.
Tell me, is he as meticulous as people say he is?
Yeah.
Straight up, yeah.
Because he is. His
he
standards,
does not
like,
mess around. Like,
Yeah.
I always thought me and Connor's work ethic was pretty high.
Yeah.
And then I met James and I was like, okay, I need to.
That's work.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that dude is he's the hardest working man.
I've ever met. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Because
sure.
it's exciting to see like that this album, to get the
yeah.
hands on this album when it does come out. Have you got a release date for this? Or any idea when it is coming out?
We don't have a release
No.
date, but I think like we've been talking and stuff. It's just like we're gonna do it different.
Yeah.
It's just like we want to make it more exciting for us,
Yeah.
so we're gonna do it differently.
You have it kind of. I can
have a
tell.
plan,
You have
yeah.
a plan.
A little plan.
All will be revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the summer, talk to me a little bit about the summer, because it was a busy one again for you festival wise. Was any highlight in particular? I know the last time we spoke, you were just about to head off to play Castlepalooza.
Yeah, that was great. Headline that, which was a pretty big deal
Yeah.
for us. Did Body and Soul. It's kind of quieter for us this summer because we knew
You were hard
it's like,
working on the album.
Let's chill out on the albums.
Yeah.
Gonna be next year
Because
or
by
whatever.
next
So,
year, and that's the summer run for us then.
but we were just kind of busy getting everything ready
The
for
final touches and
for
that.
this record. So
Yeah.
we weren't sitting around like watching Netflix. Or,
There was work being done.
yeah,
I watched some Netflix.
we watched a little bit.
But all roads now lead to Cork Opera House on the 27th of
Yeah.
October, and you are being supported by Cork's own True Tides as well.
The boys.
The boys, the Max Sweeney boys. Tell me a little bit, when you go into gigs like this, do you have any input into the support acts? Or is it just, because they seem to me like some of their new stuff, like Automatic is a track we're playing here a lot on Red FM at the moment, but they suit All Twins perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And no, we did. Lara, you picked them.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of when they promoted us like, do you want to pick someone? We had a chat about it, and I was like, yeah, we get True Tights.
Yeah.
It was kind of a no-brainer. We've just both been listening to
But
them.
it works out so well as well, because they're from Cork, so it's like it's a huge gig for them as well. But I think
They sell loads of tickets down here, so get those boys on.
that's the natural. I knew there was
All your
method to your
aunties and
madness.
uncles,
There was method.
they're coming in.
But I think they are a perfect kind of tee up to you guys,
Nah, they're cool. They're a great band and they're hardworking dudes. So
and it should
they
be a
deserve-
really, really cool night as well.